I'm sure you've heard the phrase work-life balance 1,000 times, and I'm sure you've seen numerous videos on, is this possible? Is work-life balance a lie? You can't do this, you can do it, it's hard, it's easy. I'm sure you heard all of it. But also with working, 40 hours or more, with other responsibilities in all the different domain areas of our lives, whether that's family, relationships, our health, our emotional state, our physical state, all of these things, sometimes it can just feel completely overwhelming, and a balance can feel just out of reach. It can feel impossible. Here's a great quote by Keith Hammonds. "The truth is, balance is bunk. It is an unattainable pipe dream. The quest for balance between work and life, as we've come to think of it, isn't just a losing proposition, it's a hurtful, destructive one." I'm James, and I am a family pastor, I'm an author, a husband, and a father. In this video, let's go through how you and I together, us, with all the things we have going on, let's share on how we can actually achieve work-life balance. Number one, you're thinking of balance wrong. Now listen, balance does not mean perfection, nor does it mean that to have a work-life balance is that you establish everything one time and you never revisit it again. All right, balance is about swaying back and forth. As you lean on one side, on the other side, you're gonna have to balance that out over there as well. And that can come through different seasons of life. Balance is defined as a condition in which different elements are equal or in the correct proportions. It's not saying that it has to be equal as in regards to time or equal in regards to energy, but as far as equal with proportions. So I have a little friend here called Tim, and I'm going to draw him out. So let's follow Tim and his responsibilities and what that looks like for us to have equal proportions in our work-life balance. All right, here we are with Tim. As you can see, I am a skilled artist. Thank you. Yay. Thank you so much. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, so what most people think of, again, when we're talking about balance, work-life balance, is that it's equal. Most people think that it's a 50-50, and if you've heard of that before, it's wrong. Throw it in the trash. Okay. What people also think that work-life balance looks like is still 50-50, but at the same time, you have one section of your life, this big chunk, 50%, and then, which could be work, but then on the other side, for people to have a whole bunch of other parts of their lives just segmented to 10% each to equal 50. That's still 50-50, so it doesn't work. That's not what we want. Now, this is the exact representation of what work-life balance should look like. So right now, let's say work is taking up 70% of your time. So your life is 30%. That's 100, okay? Work is heavier, but remember, this is in seasons. It's not all the time. So what you need to do to switch over to the other side, remember, as we're talking about counterbalancing, there's one, which we're going to talk about that later on in the video, is whenever that season's over, you're going to have that life section that's going to flip to 70%. And then work is going to relieve a little bit to 30%. All right, work-life balance. That is how you do it. Switch back and forth. That's the win. Come on. I hope you enjoyed my drawing. Thank you very much. I am a professional. I'm just kidding. I'm not. It's not about perfection. There is no perfect balance. There's no perfect work-life balance. But there is a great opportunity for you and I together to adjust and make the correct proportions. Number two is to think double win. Now, Michael Hyatt is huge for this, and he talks about in his book, Win at Work and Succeed at Life, Think Double Win. And in the book, he says a great quote that's really good for all of us to hear when we're talking about work-life balance. What if I could win at work and succeed at life? It took several years of research, experimentation, and self-discovery, but I'm happy to report I found that elusive third option. We call it the double win. So what Michael Hyatt has done is he's taking this thought. He has taken the thought of what a normal day looks like for all of us. He breaks it up into 3 kind of categories throughout the day. He calls it achievement, which is like work, doing things that you're trying to achieve, goals and all that. Non-achievement, just kind of, you know, normal things, hanging out with your family, hanging out with your friends, and then rest. So achievement, non-achievement, rest. You have 24 hours in a day, 12 hours of your day is about achieving, 6 hours is for non-achieving, and 6 hours is for rest. But you can see the problem in this, in which Michael Hyatt is sharing, is you're not getting enough sleep and you're not doing things that really aren't achievement oriented. And it's okay to not achieve things all the time. And that's where somebody like me, as a natural achiever, I'm all about goals, I'm all about structure and strategies and all. But what his book really helps us pinpoint on is the key to work-life balance is not in achieving. The key to work-life balance is the double win. You can win at work and you can succeed in life. Lower your achievement hours and dial up your non-achievement hours, like your hobbies. What do you like to do for fun? Remember, the things you do socially. Maybe it's exercise as well, or drawing, or maybe it's YouTube videos, whatever it is. Dial that up, turn it up, but then also sleep more. The last thing in regards to how to have a work-life balance is to quit. Give up. You'll never reach it. I'm just kidding, that's super bad, I'm sorry. It's like so terrible. Final thing in regards to having a work-life balance is to counterbalance. Now, counterbalance is something that I've really first learned about when I read the book The One Thing, and that's by let me see his name, because I'm not like, I just read it. Gary Keller. It's a phenomenal book. These are some of the things that he talks about when he says counterbalance. The idea of counterbalancing is that you never go so far that you can't find your way back, or stay so long that there is nothing waiting for you when you return. This is so important that your very life may hang in the balance. Now I want to show this graphic that Gary has in his book, The One Thing, and as he calls it, the work-life counterbalancing. As you see, as the middle line is where the balance of life is, and the reality is that there really is no balance that always stays in the middle, like we've been talking about. But as you see, as the extreme goes to work, it is counterbalanced to the extreme to life. And again, as you know, the extreme goes back to work, but then also the extreme needs to go back to life. So you're seeing the visual of what counterbalance looks like, just as we saw with Tim in my beautiful drawing that I shared earlier. The biggest thing that I've learned with counterbalance, again, is all about the adjustment. It's about, I don't think things need to stay this way. This is not working for me. And if you're watching this video, you felt like that, like this is not working for me. My life is out of control. But with the counterbalancing, it really focuses on adjustment and adding the weight to the other side of it. Please do not get from this video, or just from anybody else, work-life balance is not a one-time perfect situation to where everything's going to be fine and you'll never revisit it. We've talked about work-life balance. Now remember, here's a quick recap. Number one, you're thinking about balance wrong. Remember, you want to adjust the proportions. It's not this perfect thing to obtain, but you adjust it as the seasons come. Number two, think about the win-win, how you can win at life and at work. The last one is to counterbalance. Get the book by Michael Hyatt, get the book by Gary Keller. Again, think about what season you're in and adjust to that accordingly. Don't look for perfection, look for progress. If you want to know more about me, like I said, I'm James. You can get my book, Pay Information. The link is down in the bio. So I don't know what you've gone through, what you're going through, but it's a great book and it's extremely affordable. I think it's like 10 bucks. I get like $1.30 a book. So it's not really about the money, but it's about the message. So get the book, Pay Information, click the link down below. And until then, I'll see you next time.